New David Fincher film. Let's go! So The Killer is the latest film brought to us by director David Fincher, in which we follow an assassin portrayed by Michael Fassbender who, after a fateful near miss, finds himself not only battling his employers, but himself as he embarks on an international manhunt which he insists is not personal. Alrighty guys, so let's get into The Killer.
Excellent!
Hearing that a brand new David Fincher film was coming out, and knowing he was working with a script made by, or written I should say, by Andrew Kevin Walker, aka the guy who brought us, well, Seven, got me very, very excited. This is my number 2 most anticipated film for the rest of the year for those specific reasons. And guys, I am so happy to say that The Killer is a great David Fincher film. Michael Fassbender is incredible in this role. Michael Fassbender's character doesn't really have that much dialogue. As a matter of fact, his character is more delegated to a much more of a voiceover role, but still even then, just the way that you look into his eyes and his body language in certain sequences, portraying a cold, ruthless assassin that finds himself challenging himself as the film goes along. Michael Fassbender's deadpan humor in this movie, especially with one joke that legitimately had me going like, oh, wow. Tilda Swinton also has a great, and I mean a great scene in this film. As a matter of fact, her scene with Michael Fassbender is one of my favorite scenes of the entire film. David Fincher directs the hell out of this movie. David Fincher directs this film with such a calculated and precise feel, and also this very cold feel. Not only just in the way of how David Fincher directs Michael Fassbender, but also in terms of the way how David Fincher moves the camera, to which I absolutely love the way that Fincher and his cinematographer Eric Misher, I am so sorry I'm gonna butcher his name, I'm gonna put his name right there. David Fincher directs the shit out of this movie. It is so well directed. The musical score by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross kicks so much ass, especially the intro credits score. Oh my god, this score is a score they'll find themselves wanting to work out to. I mentioned this, but I gotta bring it up once again. The Killer is such a stylish, sleek, cool, and a very cold feeling film. And something that I absolutely loved about the cinematography is how precise, here's that word again, and how David Fincher moves the camera along with the cinematographer. Something that I absolutely loved in terms of how David Fincher moves the camera is exactly how he moves it, literally in terms of just the exact movements. Like, so for example, if the killer, aka Michael Fassbender, is very calm, focused, and precise, the camera is very, very smooth in terms of the movements. But if he messes up, the camera goes to much more of a handheld shake. There is a brutal, and I mean a brutal, action scene in this movie. This particular scene, holy shit. You want to talk about a scene by the end that just makes you go like, holy shit. There is a specific part where that reaction was legitimate. I mean, oh my god.
Well, that's just fucking great!
This movie is a great film, but is it one of David Fincher's best films? Unfortunately not. First problem of this film being this: the opening couple of minutes. I completely get why the opening minutes there, because it's a way to introduce us to the assassin of Michael Fassbender's character and to what he does. I do actually think that the opening couple minutes could have been trimmed down just a little bit. For a while, I just feel like they just keep going and going and going. I just feel like that opening sequence was just a little too elongated, but that's just my personal preference. I feel like the script of The Killer could have gone with a little bit more polish, as there are definitely a couple of parts where I feel like if they had gone just a tad bit deeper as to why the killer is doing this. There are definitely a couple of other sequences that I feel could have used a bit more polish, most definitely. Please comment below if you notice this, and if not, maybe this might be me, but this kind of distracted me. And the sequences where the killer is kind of anxious or he's messing up. There is this shake in which I completely get why that they do this in the film, but there were a couple of times where the camera shake seemed very artificial. Like, maybe it was just me, but I honestly feel like that the shake at times was a little bit too distracting.
And here we go.
So overall, while The Killer isn't one of David Fincher's best works, at the same time, this is a cold, calculated, and a stylish thriller featuring a fantastic performance from Michael Fassbender. All in all, I'm gonna give The Killer a 4 out of 5. This is such a great David Fincher film, and I am so glad I got to see this in the theater because seeing this in the theater was absolutely amazing, but it is also playing on Netflix, I believe, starting today. So if you love David Fincher films, give this movie a watch. It is really, really good. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen The Killer? What did you think of it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the users' names are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed my review of The Killer. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.